What's up, everyone?
Yo.
Welcome to the 14th episode of the Nothing But Net Show. My name's Jamar.
And my name's Mikey. And without further ado, first look at our new merch. New merch.
And now you're getting the first look at our Modern Sports Media Group t-shirt. Now this item is going to be $14.99 plus tax and is available with the drop of this show. Now you're going to see our hoodie. You see that? We got it on the center. Oh, is that a patch on the side? That one is $29.99 before tax. And finally, we do have a Nothing But Net Show t-shirt. This is also going to be $14.99 plus tax. Now, you can order the items that you want off of any of our social media platforms.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, all you have to do is shoot us a DM with the item that you want.
What are our social medias?
I'm so glad you asked. On Twitter, you can find us at modernsports_. On Instagram, you can find us at Modern Sports Media. And on Facebook, all you have to do is search Modern Sports Media Group.
And we have a website, right?
We do have a website. And not only can you order our merchandise off of there, but you can also see all of the articles that we have on a weekly basis on basketball, football, soccer, baseball, and even hockey.
Oh, wow. So I say we just jump right into this episode.
Let's get it.
We're going to talk about the most valuable player, the most improved player, and then we'll also talk about the biggest surprise teams of the year and, unfortunately, our biggest upset teams of the year.
Yeah, let's hop right into it.
Let's get it.
With most NBA teams right around that 50-game mark, we decided that now is a great time to go ahead and look at some teams and their individuals, look at some performances, and assign some midseason awards. So, Mikey, if the season ended today, right this second, who do you have winning MVP?
Same pick from preseason, same pick from a week ago.
Really?
The Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I see you're still struggling with the name.
Struggling a little bit, but his numbers, definitely not struggling.
Oh,
Let me tell you what this man's doing.
Let's hear it.
27 points per game, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. Oh, you want to know the field goal percentage?
Let me hear it.
58%. 64% from 2, leading the league. That's including all the centers that just get the basketball and dunk.
Right.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has the Bucks in the 2 seed. He has them better than the 76ers. Has them better than the Celtics. He's balling. It's on both sides of the court. Who's going to stop this 6'11" little Greek god?
I can't lie. That's a very compelling argument.
Thank you.
It's pretty fire.
Thank you.
Great choice. Too bad he's going to come in second place. 2-1, and I'm ashamed to say it, but it's true.
Don't.
James Harden.
Oh, Jesus.
You have to think about it. Let me mirror your words back from one of the last episodes. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
Oh, James Harden. The Rockets were in the 10th seed. CP3 gets hurt. It seems as though all hope gets lost. And what did you say, Mikey? James Harden, backpack. And that's what he's been doing. The last 5 games, he's averaging over 50 points a game for 5 straight games. For the season, we're talking about 36 points a game. Yes, on 44% from the field. Not great, but also not terrible. And he's doing that while averaging 7 rebounds and 8 assists as well. And in 37.4 minutes, leading the league in minutes. He's doing every single thing that his team needs him to do to win, and he's dragged them up in that competitive Western Conference, and I think they might finish top 4.
I agree. He definitely has a really strong case, but 5 turnovers. He has nights where he shoots 11 for 35. Nights he shoots 12 for 35. You don't see that from Giannis.
Right.
He doesn't need to rely on a ref to give him a call on, oh, he didn't even touch him there. Foul. Giannis doing it on both sides. And he never let them drop to the 10. That was on Harden to let them drop to the 10th. It's not like he wasn't playing.
Well, I do have to mention, you have to consider the facts that during all of preseason, all of training camp, they were training for this team that they no longer have. A team that included Melo, a team that included CP3, who unfortunately seems to be injury prone and can't really stay healthy. And you have to consider that as well. Now, when you're talking about the field goal percentage, Giannis, yes, it's awesome that he has 58, I believe you said, percent from the field, but he is a big. You have to take that into consideration. Not to mention, James Harden's getting double team, triple team. I mean, the man, he's the only offensive option on his team, and he does it all. And when you're talking about the turnovers, 5 a game, yes, it's insanely high. You know what else is high? His usage rate. He's on pace right now to have the highest usage rate of all time.
I mean, if you have the highest usage rate, you should have all the highest stuff.
But he should have all the turnovers as well, which is the point I was making.
But it comes and goes. Giannis is being used more than anyone else on his team. Defensively.
Well, he should be.
And the thing is he really a big? He's a big,
yes,
but
he's a big. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a big.
Is KD a big?
But the muscles is what makes it different.
LeBron
Also
a big?
his game. KD has a strap. Giannis can't shoot. Everything's in the paint, and that's why he's leading.
And you still can't stop him. You know where he's going. You can set 3 people up. Still, he's literally just going to Space Jam stretch. Don't give me a real foul, not the little baby foul.
Hey, listen. Don't get me wrong. Giannis is an incredible player. Giannis is unguardable. But if you remember from the last episode, the most unguardable player in the league is JH number 13 Houston. Why? Handles, unlimited range, finishing ability, and the refs. Yes, I agree. Are they real fouls? No, they're not. Are they tic-tac? Look at you the wrong way. It's a flagrant 2 and you're out of the game? Yes, they are. But because of that, his ability to get those, it helps make him the most unguardable player in the league. Now, let's transition though. So we agree to disagree on the MVP.
I mean, I have both them 1 and 2, so it's not like you had someone far down. Then I would have had a little bit different of a feeling.
No, definitely. Now, when it comes to most improved player of the year, who do you have for that?
I have the lefty, the second-year player out of Kentucky.
Really?
De'Aaron Fox.
He's been balling.
Yeah, swipe of the Fox. He seems to be finally adjusted to the game because he's always been the fastest player. If you look at him every level, now he is one of the fastest, if not the fastest. He claims to be.
Right.
And it seems like the game's finally slowing down to him. Last year, he seemed like he was struggling a lot, just couldn't get in that mode. His points per game, up 6. His rebounds, up 1. His assists, up 3. Field goal percentage, up 5. And his three-point percentage, also up 5. So he went from being a 41 and 31 to 46, 37. Great defense, quick. Has the Kings playing really competitive basketball.
Yeah.
Really good kid.
He's definitely been balling, and the Kings are actually a team that's
They're
fighting
for that mid-seed.
But I have for most improved player of the year, Pascal Siakam. Out of the Raptors. No, seriously, the number 43 from Cameroon, he has been balling. Now, can you please reread the increases for points, rebounds, assists?
So he went up 6, up 1, up 3.
Up 6, up 1, up 3. Now, can I interest you in from 7.3 points a game to 15.2?
Okay.
From 4.5 rebounds a game to 7.1. And from 2 assists a game to 3. Not to mention, they are the number 1 seed in the East. I think Pascal Siakam has been a huge part of their success. Why are you holding up a 3?
He's their 3rd most important player.
But we're talking about...
De'Aaron Fox is the only reason why the Kings are doing this.
That's cool, but we're talking about the most improved player of the year. Like you said.
But it's showing the impact, too. The fact that the Kings were they were the 3 seed last year.
This is what I see.
And now they're fighting for the playoffs.
This is what I see. I see from 7 points to 15, and I see from 4 rebounds to 7.
Same amount of time. He's playing more. De'Aaron Fox is playing about the same, and you're seeing the difference. Now, if he went from playing 20 minutes to 35, then yeah. As Siakam went from playing minimal minutes to now more. De'Aaron Fox right on the same thing. And he's playing better. He's playing better late game. The defense is there. I don't really have any issues with yours. I have about a 3-man race.
Yeah,
I have
and
him
I
there
agree
too.
that De'Aaron Fox is balling. He's playing the best basketball of his young career so far. But I think Pascal got it.
I'm going to take Swiper. Now, as we were all researching our MVP and most improved, we also decided to take a glance at what the standings are, see where the teams sit about 50 games in. So, Jamar, I do want to ask you this. Do you want to start with the bad news or the good news first?
I'm going to start with the bad news.
Oh, God.
I'm going to start with the team that's been the most upsetting so far this season. And I have to say it's been the Celtics. Coming into the year, you had professionals, Tracy McGrady being one example, professional analysts who really thought the Celtics could actually contend for a championship. At the time of this recording, the Celtics are number 5 in the Eastern Conference.
Sheesh.
They are a couple games out of that 4 spot. When you're talking about a team that was supposed to easily win number one, a team where the players within the organization were talking,
they're talking
about how they're just preparing for the championships, preparing about getting to that next step, preparing for the Warriors. I mean, right now they wouldn't even have a home series in the first round.
Yeah.
So I think hands down that's been the most upsetting performance so far by a team in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I can't necessarily argue it. It just seems that Kyrie took a step forward. Jason Tatum took a small step forward. Gordon Hayward is not what we expected. Yeah. And then Rozier, Brown, and all the rest of the young kids just stayed stagnant, if not got worse. Rozier, if they lose him this offseason, it's not the biggest thing. If Jaylen Brown walks the next offseason or the one after, you're not like, unfortunately it was your 3-pick, but it's not like you're losing like a 3-pick.
Right. It definitely doesn't feel that way based off their production.
Yeah, now I went a different route. I went a team that wasn't expected to do so high, but I was expecting a little bit better because I thought they did pretty well with the rosters with the Pelicans. I thought putting Anthony Davis and Julius Randle, then also adding that to what they had with Drew Holiday and Mirotic, I thought that was going to work. Thought the bench was going to do a little bit more.
But you have to consider, too, they lost DeMarcus Cousins.
They did, but they also lost him for the second half of the year, and that's when they were playing really, really well, is they started kicking it in. And I was like, okay, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis can play really, really good together, and they do. And Julius Randle plays well, and Mirotic plays well. It's just the issue. They're 3 of the 4 best players all play the same position, no bench. I expected more.
I have to mention, too, though, the Rondo loss is huge for them as well.
Yeah, having
Rondo
that,
is a great defensive player and obviously a great floor general as well.
Yeah, so the offense has been there this year. They're 3rd in the league in points per game with 116.7, but opponents' points per game, 115. They can't guard anybody.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense. They have bigs, and just everyone just seems like they're walking into the paint. Drew Holiday, great defender. Possible defensive all 1 or 2. Anthony Davis, perennial defensive player like that. And just, they're getting walked. It makes no sense. The pace isn't there. They were expected to be, at this point, 27 and 22. Right now they're 22 and 27. Anthony Davis is hurt. It's not looking good. Definitely not looking good for the Celtics. I have them as the 1.
Yeah, it's not. Those are definitely 2 upsetting performances by teams so far. Now, let's switch the tone a little bit.
Yeah, let's try to warm it up.
It's too much negative energy on the set right now.
A little bit more positivity for you guys.
Who you got as the most surprising performance by a team so far?
So I talked about them on my court. I haven't watched them all year.
I was a
little upset I didn't talk about them in the preseason preview because I had them at the 5.
The Mile High City.
Yeah, the Denver Nuggets. Jokic, ballin'.
Yep.
Jamal Murray's playing really well. I just like the way this team plays.
Do it. You know you want to do it.
Ballin'.
Yep. Yeah, they have.
And the biggest thing also, I talked about this, their pace is 28th in the league, and their defense is 5th in the league. So they play playoff basketball. Their offensive rating is 2nd in the league. Like they play how you already need to play in the playoffs. And it's so different from every other Denver team. Every other Denver team is pow, 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 pow,
and
pow.
To add on to your point, not even to mention that they're not fully healthy yet. They're not fully healthy yet, and they have someone who potentially could be a star coming off that bench for them. So
Isaiah Thomas, Will Barton, Will the Trill's been hurt.
I wasn't even talking about Isaiah. I was talking about
that
the
boy.
Draft pick, the top secret.
Michael.
Coming off an injury.
Michael.
He's going to be nasty. I'm excited to see what the team's going to look like.
Now, who you got? That's an interesting one. The fact you went Celtics, being a Boston fan, so I got to see where you went with the unexpected.
I have to go with the Pacers.
Okay.
I did not expect them to be in the position they're in. Now, it's so unfortunate that Victor Oladipo got injured, and let's have a moment of silence for respect of his game.
And we do hope you the best, Victor. We know the comeback's going to be better than you were now. It just really sucks for basketball fans. Like, he's so much fun to watch.
It sucks, and they were playing tremendous basketball. They still are, at the time of this recording, number 3 in the Eastern Conference, and I mean, they've just been playing great. Much better than I surely expected them to be. I don't know about you.
I had them around like the 4 or 5. I wasn't expecting 3, and I wasn't expecting them to play like this, because they're playing against the top tier teams really, really well. Yeah. I thought they would just take care of business, handle the bad teams, be like, okay, with the mid, like pretty good with the mid tier, okay with the top tier, but they're just playing everybody really well.
Great.
And Oladipo was hurt. already. Like, he was struggling.
And they played great without him earlier in the season.
And I was like, oh, he gets healthy second half, that push, and...
Now, I want to mention that a short injury is very different than a long-term injury because now teams will game plan for it. Teams will obviously adjust and play them differently, but they did play great without him. Yeah. And honestly, I hope they continue to play great. Obviously, they'll sink. They won't be the number 3 seed.
Yeah.
But the future's bright in Indiana.
Yeah, I really think so.
That concludes the 14th episode of the Nothin But Net Show. Thank you all for joining us as always.
Love you.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw a little teaser. The next episode is going to be our All-Star Special. So stay tuned and make sure you watch episode 15 as well.
And if you like what we were on episode 14, all the new merch, you can hit us up on our social medias. You can go to our website. Come on, you can find the shirts, you can find our articles, you can find everything there. If you haven't gone, trust me, go take a look. You'll like it.
All you have to do is send us a message on any of our platforms. On Twitter, we're at modernsports_. On Instagram, it's Modern Sports Media. And on Facebook, all you have to do is search Modern Sports Media Group.
Easy.
Send us a message with the item you want, and we'll definitely get it to you.
And that concludes our episode. Jamar, peace.